Today we heard a lot about digitalization and the constant change from people, channels and processes. In our next talk, Dietz will talk about the current trends for channel development, for trends for data behavior and trends for people's behavior. He will outline which issues you have to be aware of when talking about digitalization and how Pimcore will actually support you on your mission. Please welcome back on stage, Dietz.
Hi guys, how is it going? It's in the afternoon. Thanks, great talk, Divesh. Oh. I was just, my traditional, hope you guys are doing fine. Divesh, great talk. And today I will tell you a little bit more about the digitalization, the magic triangle of digitalization. And for that exact cause, I wear now my traditional clothes, traditional Austria lederhosen. All day I was wearing this, the beautiful black thing, but I have to dance on the stage. And what else is there here? Without such a pant, it's hard to dance, and therefore I have now changed my appearance a little bit. So the magic triangle of digitalization, what is it actually? So it's a short talk about how we think that data and experience management is a driver of digital transformation and also enabler of digital transformation. And we tell you a little bit more, or I tell you a little bit more about the trends that are there. What is the problem? What is the challenge? And how to overcome this challenge? And how to really, get the thing going. I don't know if you have noticed, still I have this new Pimcore beautiful lucky charms on me, so everything should be fine for that talk actually. So let me kick it off. What the fuck is so hard about digitalization anyway? So that's a question which I hear a lot of times when I'm talking to customers, when I'm talking to partners, and when I'm talking to different audiences. Because let me tell you all, it's the constant change and how processes, channels, data, and people have to deal with it. And a human is not very, he's not very adaptable. He's not very open to change. But change is the only constant is change. So digitalization has a lot of things to do with change and change management. If we take a look at that in more detail, we see three different types of behavior, which is the data behavior, the channel behavior, and also the people behavior. Because also people and consumers, they change. They change the behavior, and we as a company and we as a vendor of a company have to reflect that and have to provide the right tools to solve that challenge. So when we are getting that and have a look at the data behavior, data is becoming more real-time. It's agile, it's assets, it's big data, it's data intelligent, like data relations and so on. Then we look at the channels, the output channels. Everything is mobile, social, online, offline, multi-channel. So everything gets more complex. We are living in an omnichannel world. And then, of course, due to technology, we also face the constant change of people. Everything, communication itself, it's much more faster, it's much more direct. It's push versus pull. So we are living in a world within constant change. Smartphones, devices everywhere. I read a blog post lately that we currently have 5,800 different mobile phones out there, different vendors and different phones itself. You know, it's a huge amount of different channels, different devices, and we have to adjust to this factor. So, let me have a quick look. And a quick look, is the world getting more complex? And I truly have to say, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for B2C companies. I'm sorry for B2B companies. Yes, it's getting more complex. We heard about the channel or the e-commerce anarchy in the talk from Products Up. We heard about that, how things get more and more complex. We also heard that in the keynote. 5,000 different vendors with marketing and sales toolings. Yes, the digital world and the world itself is getting more and more complex, and this won't change. So companies have to adjust to that fact. They have to adjust. It's just a simple rule. Follow the trends, accept the change, or fail. And therefore, companies, B2B companies and B2C companies have to accept those challenges. That's an important thing. So accept change. Tear down those silos within companies. Make communication clear without silos. Let the data flow. Simplify processes and all of these things. You have to be aware that it won't be the same anymore. Let's continue. So let's have a look at this magic triangle. It sums up the core challenges of companies in terms of digitalization, in terms, again, on data management and experience management. So, what is the most important thing? The most important thing, and that's probably 120%, is the customer experience. We are living in a customer-centered world. The customer can choose. And within Google, he's just one click away from the competition, from your competition. So we have to care about the customer experience. Everything has to be perfect, fast, high performance. You have to be very integrative. So you have to work with headless environments, as Divesh talked a few minutes ago. You have to provide an excellent customer experience to solve the needs of those consumers. And therefore, you need awesome data. Awesome data is needed because there are no experiences without data. I tell you, it's just not possible. So no experience without awesome data. And then you need, of course, awesome processes and applications, like e-commerce, content management, all of these topics, configurators and CRM and so on. And you have to deliver that to any possible channel. Because it's about generating value in a digital society with a great ROI. That's important for the companies. It has to pay back. Change has to influence my business strategy and has to pay back. That is always important. So there is also business implications that are here. So let's take a step back and chill for a few seconds. Some chilling. And look at the concrete requirements in terms of technology. So in terms of data, we are talking about of any amount of data, any complexity of data, and any digital data. In terms of channels, we talk about mobile, we talk on apps, we're talking about digital signage, web to print, POS, social, whatsoever. Even print, yes, Klaus, even print. And then if it comes down to processes and applications, it's about websites, e-commerce, portals, and everything has to be perfect in a perfect scenario. But what about the soft facts? For sure, there are some additional criteria in terms of technology. So, and how we answer those as Pimcore. So, you need the flexibility. You need the flexibility and you need the possibilities to scale global. Therefore, we often answer to that. Therefore, you need a software development kit. You need a framework to be flexible and be scalable. Also in terms of scalable, you can use just the Pimcore cloud. Scales perfect. The second one is agile innovation. You want to be, it's all about the competition. You want to be competitive, so you have to foster innovation. Pimcore is open source, and open source is meant to be innovative. It's by definition, open source is innovative. And last but not least, ownership of the technology. Again, open source, one of the key criteria. So that are the soft facts in terms of the magic triangle. Let me continue. It's the flexibility of the platform. It's the agile innovation. And it's the ownership. But now look at this starry sky. You see that starry sky on your screen right now. So, based on that, how it's called starry sky, that's how it's called starry sky. Based on that starry sky, I want to say what is important in terms of technology. In technology, in terms of data management technology, and in terms of experience technology. So let's zoom in. Consistent data is one of the critical aims and challenges to be solved. And there we are talking about multiple domains. We're talking about product data. We are talking about customer data, transactional data in terms of e-commerce, master data, user-generated content, digital assets, a multitude of different types of data which has to be consistent. We need the data flexibility. We need structured data, like products, unstructured data, and then also binary data. And additionally, you need data intelligence. Because again, real-time data, millions of records, and relations and classifications. Because you want to make data more intelligent to really solve or guarantee a perfect customer experience. And for the perfect customer experience, excellent data, excellent and consistent data is needed. Let me continue. The next thing, omnichannel. So in that regards, we are talking about single source publishing and multi-channel publishing. That's what Klaus mentioned before when he talked about marketing intelligence and delivering the right information to the right audience on the right device. You have just one time your information and deliver it to various output channels. Single source, multiple channels. Why does this make sense? Because it's less work, it's less costs, and it makes you perfect for that quality and that consistent data to be really achievable. Because if you have just one place to edit data, then you can have enough time and also translate data, for example, then you have enough time to really step in and make something extraordinary. Therefore, single source publishing and multi-channel publishing is an enormous amount. Multi-channel publishing in terms of products up, for example, delivering the right message in real time to 1,600 output channels in terms of marketing. Google product pages, Instagram, TikTok, and so on, delivering information. Therefore, this omni-channel compatibility is one of the crucial things. Headless is not enough. Headless is not enough. It's just one paradigm. But you have to look for single source and multi-channel publishing in an omni-channel world. The next one is the customer experience. I won't talk long about this anymore because we have covered it really a long time. So it's about the customer experience for the consumers, for the companies, and for the agencies and the integrators. It must be a perfect software package for everybody. That's what we want to offer also with the Pimcore platform. But by far, the most important thing is the consumer. The consumer has to be entertained. He needs the highest quality, the highest performance. Therefore, this is so important. The next one is on our star glaze is marketing intelligence. So you need for search engine optimization, for Google, you need search engine optimization and search engine marketing. You need a high grade of automation. For example, a marketing automation, doing print publishing on demand, personalization, analytics, and all of these topics. You have to bring them together also in the marketing sense. Because finally, customer experience is a close relative of marketing. Because we want to market, we want to communicate. And we have to communicate in the right way. We have to communicate in a professional way on any device, on any channel. Therefore, we also need systems that have an enormous amount of marketing intelligence built in. You remember that chart that I've presented in the morning in the keynote, 5,000 vendors. Things get pretty complex. Therefore, a good choice and a good, perfect choice, select a platform that can cover most of it in an integrated style. Let me continue. Time to market. That's one of the next experiences. And that's probably all the partners out there will say, this is one of the critical things in terms of pitching for customers. They want to be live fast. They want to be online fast. They want to have MVPs, and they want to have agile paradigms, and they want to go. But they want to have still the flexibility and the innovation. Therefore, you need to cover topics like framework-drivenness, so that you can build anything you would or your client wants. You have topics such as low-code, and in terms of integration with third-party systems, topics like headless that should be covered. Low-code and headless, and that's typical things what Pimcore is getting more and more proud of doing. The next one, and almost the last one, is scalability and security. Your systems have to be secure. They have to scale. And, when I'm talking to Fortune 500 customers of us, security is one of the key criteria. And, of course, the lifetime of their applications is the second topic. So you need security paired with lifetime. The only solution there is long-term support, because you want to extend that lifetime, especially in terms of security, scalability, and last but not least, API-drivenness and interoperability. Systems that can work together via APIs. That's in a little way the Mach infrastructure that I was talking before. API first, microservices, and so on. So we need a bit security, we need a bit scalability, and we have to work together. So we have to talk about these modern day things such as headless and Mach. And last but not least, we have to see the costs. Is it a build versus buy decision? Is it about the ownership and the intellectual property? We are open source and free of charge. Most stuff actually is in the terms of Pimcore. So we are here to stay. And that's also the reason, because if you have a look, or if you had a close look at this stargaze, then you will have recognized this stargaze is actually a lederhosen. And we in Salzburg, our most famous person is Mozart, the classic music composer. But this was 300 years ago. We want to be the next Mozart in terms of digital transformation, data management, and experience management, and play your perfect symphony. Thanks a lot.
Dietz, the magic triangle. Now, it seems as if there is still amazing socks, by the way.
Look at those.
I got my pair as well. I got my pair as well.
Shouldn't we just, how do we do it? How do you do it?
I don't know how to Schuhplatteln.
Schuhplatteln.
No, different topic.
Different topic.
No. Stage is yours. No, I'm just kidding. Now, I actually have a question, because there is still so much to do for organizations out there. And next to providing perfect answers with hard facts and actually technological prerequisites for digitization, where do you see your biggest challenges?
So whenever talking to big and small companies, the major topic is, in most cases, change and change management. Because digital transformation has to start from the top. Because it's about really erasing company silos, bringing together people, processes, and data. This is crucial because the behavior of our consumers have shifted and changed. And therefore, also companies have to change. And if you have a big company with 5,000 or 10,000 people, it's not always easy to change. And that's probably one of the most important leadership topics from top to bottom to really enliven and realize change.
That's absolutely incredible to see you. Like, you are the CEO of the company and still you're involved in so many detailed organizational topics. It's absolutely incredible. So thank you very much for being here today. And we will actually, do you see over there? It's a look into the future.
We're going to look into the future.
We're going to look into the future in just a few moments. We're going to rebuild the stage, and we're going to have some guests on stage as well.
Yes, we do.
Now, once again, thank you, Dietz, and we'll be back with the look into the future in just a few moments.